So you're thinking about starting your own online store, but you're not too sure on how to go about it. In this video, I'm going to share with you 2 ways that you can set up your own online store and start profiting from it today. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Malaba, and I'm on a mission to expose the income secrets of some of Africa's online millionaires. I want to become one of them, and I want to take you along the journey. If you want to learn how to build an online business which will bring you financial freedom, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so that you can be notified every single time I create more content just like this, designed for you. Now, if you do a Google search and type how to make money online, one of the key phrases which actually pops up, because it's one of the most searched in Africa, but especially in South Africa, is how to start a drop shipping business or how to set up an online store. Now, I personally don't do drop shipping because I found something which I think is better, which is called drop servicing. They are quite similar. They share the same business model, except that drop shipping focuses on physical products and then drop servicing focuses on just services that you can provide. And I'm going to explain both concepts in this video. And just to show you some of the results that I've managed to get for myself using these business models. In the past 30 days alone, I just managed to generate $1,989 US dollars. And then if I show you in the past 60 days, this is my PayPal account, by the way. I've managed to generate $3,107 US dollars. When I bring up my calculator and I say 3,107 times 16, which is the rate of the rand right now, it comes up to about $49,712. Not bad for 2 months work part-time. Okay, so now let's get into it. What is drop shipping? What is drop servicing? And how do you start? Drop shipping is when you set up an e-commerce website that sells another supplier's products. Basically, what you do is that you take their products and put them on your website and you sell them at a markup. In other words, you put your profit on top. And when people actually buy from your website, payment then goes to the supplier, and then the supplier will then deliver the product to the person who paid. This business model is very unique because you've got no operational costs like storage, like packaging, or actually delivery costs. The only thing that you have to focus on is getting as many people to see your website and buy products from you. So it's all about customer acquisition. You can start this business model with little or no funds, and anybody can do this. The first thing that you just need to figure out is how to set up your own e-commerce website. And there are 2 ways in which you can go about this. The first one, which I recommend, is by using Shopify.com. Basically, Shopify is a website platform that allows you to build your own website, which is going to be an e-commerce store. The other option is for you to actually build up your own website using something like maybe WordPress. Though it might sound cheaper to go the route of building your own website, because a platform like Shopify, you have to pay every single month. I think it's something like maybe $29 per month. It might make sense for you to want to build your own website, but in the long term, in terms of having to learn how to build your own website and then all the tools that you need to put together to make that website work as a e-commerce store, it might actually be cheaper for you to just use Shopify.com. It's actually one of the leading brands or most recommended platforms for actually running an e-commerce store. Step number 1 is select a niche. You need to find a niche that firstly you are interested in, and secondly, it's laser focused, laser targeted. You want to be interested in it because it's going to be a process. It's not just going to happen overnight, but you're going to have to build a business. And the best type of business to build is the one that you are interested in, because there are going to be days where it's not going to be easy. The thing that will keep you going is the fact that you're actually interested in the business. And you want to be laser focused, because there's a saying that goes that jack of all trades and master of none. You want people to start knowing you for one particular product. They want people to know you that, okay, when it comes to, let's say, for example, ladies' handbags, you're the person who sells ladies' handbags from your e-commerce store. When you're selecting your niche, you want to make sure that it's a niche of something that people are actively searching online for. There's a tool that you can use which is called the Google Keyword Planner. Just Google it and you see it. You will just need to have a Gmail account in order to set it up. It allows you to see the keywords or the words that people are searching for on a daily basis to a monthly basis. For example, if we just say ladies handbags, you're able to see how many people in your area are actually searching for that word every single month. And if a lot of people are searching for that word, it means that it may be a good industry or good niche for you to jump into. If absolutely no one is actually searching for that, though it might be a great product, it will be a bad idea to try and sell that product because there's no one who's actively searching for it, wanting to buy it. The next thing that you need to consider when you're selecting your niche is you want to select a niche where there are profitable profits, if I should put it that way. It might make sense for you to want to sell cheap products because your assumption is that people don't have money, so they want to buy cheap things. But it actually takes the same amount of effort or marketing knowledge for you to sell something that is for $20 for you as compared to selling something that is maybe $1,500. Why? Because you use the same marketing methods and you still need to find people in the same way. The basic way in which you're actually going to find traffic to get people to come to your website and buy from you is by using stuff like Google ads or maybe using Facebook ads, and they all require money. There are also some other free methods, but they take a long time. But my point is, both methods, whether you're using free or you're using paid, whether you're selling cheap products or you're selling expensive products, you still need to find people. So the same amount of effort it will take for you to sell a $20 product is the same one that you're going to take to sell a $1,500 product. So you'd rather find products that are in demand, that people actually want, but they give you a bigger profit margin. You also want to consider something that has got a low shipping cost. Though the product might be inexpensive, but if it costs a lot of money for you to actually ship it out, some people may shy away from actually buying that product. And another thing that you also want to do is actually offer free shipping. For example, maybe it might just cost maybe $5 or $10 in US dollars for the shipping, but you might just want to include that in your cost as a marketing tactic to say that if you buy this product today, it's our special, we're going to do the shipping for you for free. And lastly, when you're picking your niche, you want to look for something that isn't readily available locally. For example, let's say that you want to target people who are specifically in South Africa. You want to find something that is in demand, but people cannot necessarily find locally, and they'll therefore be willing to buy from your website. Step number 2 is that you need to do competition research. You need to find out who exactly is your competition out there. Now, there's this basic assumption that if there is no competition, it means I found a gold mine. It means that I will be the first one, or I'll be the only one who's actually going to make money from this. But that's actually one of the fastest ways to fail. You want to find products that other people are actually already selling. For example, Amazon.com, or maybe Alibaba, or maybe something else like maybe eBay. If your product is not on those platforms, there's something that they know that you don't know. For example, you might think it's a great product, but they know that people are not going to buy it, or they know that the shipping costs are maybe too expensive or something like that. Competition is a good thing. You want to make sure that there is competition out there. It's an indicator that this particular niche or particular product is something worth investing your time in. Step number 3 is that you need to secure a supplier. Dropshipping is all about your relationship with your supplier. You need to find a supplier that once you have put an order, they're able to deliver it in the required time. So what you actually will need to do is you actually need to test your suppliers. You can find someone who will promise the world but fail to deliver. And this is one of the reasons why sometimes dropshipping gets a bit risky, because if you take people's money and you fail to deliver in the time frame that you said you're going to deliver, some people can start asking for refunds. And especially when you're starting out and you are getting money in, you might be tempted to start using that money for some other things, some personal expenses and stuff like that. And when someone needs a refund because the supplier failed to deliver on time, it can be costly. Step number 4 is you need to create a customer acquisition plan. How exactly are you going to be getting customers to come to your website and buy from you? There are some things that you may need to educate yourself about. For example, Facebook ads, Google ads, or basically just social selling. If you are choosing to go the route of absolutely free, it's possible to actually have a profitable store just using free traffic. But you have to learn the strategies and the techniques of actually doing this. If you watch some of my other videos, you'll realize that I actually talk about this sometimes. It's called social selling. But basically, if you're going to be making money from your website, there has to be a plan on how exactly you're going to be getting traffic to your website. And even as you are implementing long-term thinking, you need to start thinking about stuff like search engine optimization and actually using email marketing. Search engine optimization basically means that when people search for something on Google, your website appears first. The reason why your website appears first is because of the keywords. The words, you take the words that people search and then you put them in different areas on your website such that your website ranks or appears on the first page of Google. You don't want to be on the 12th page of Google because nobody goes to the 12th page of Google. You want to be on the first page of Google. You also want to start finding ways of capturing leads or emails. For example, someone comes to your website for the first time, the chances of them actually coming back again are between 0 and 0.6% according to world standards. So what you want to do is that you want to find a way that you can actually reach to those same people again. And the easiest way to do that is by using email marketing. You want to find ways of actually capturing people's emails when they come to your website for the first time so that you can market to them using email. As long as you get someone's email address, you have got access to them and can market to them as much as possible. Pros and cons of drop shipping. It can be a very, very profitable business model. It requires a lot of work, but once you get it running, it's going to give you a lot of profit. One of my main concerns though about drop shipping is whether or not you have got a steady supplier. If you fail with your supplier, you're going to fail your clients. It's not always easy to find the right supplier. So you need to either do a lot of research, you need to use the supplier that a lot of other people that are using, and one that comes to mind is Alibaba.com. If your supplier is failing to deliver stuff on time, you're going to have a lot of issues with the people that are buying your product. So those are things that you need to consider. But otherwise, I think it's a great business model. The second online store which you can set up is a drop servicing online business. And this works exactly the same way as the drop shipping, except that you are not shipping physical products, but you're shipping out services. For example, graphic design services, Facebook ad services, Google ad services, video editing services, and a whole lot more stuff like that. Examples of companies that actually do this: Uber, the app that we use that takes you from point A to point B. That's an example of drop servicing. In that, Uber is the middleman. It connects people who need cars, people who need to move from point A to point B. Airbnb. That's another example. It just connects people who have got houses to people who need accommodation when they are traveling. Step number one is that you need to pick a niche that you want to specialize in. The same way that you did it for drop shipping, you also want to have that particular niche, that area that you will become known for. And now you need to just think about it. If let's say you are a plastic surgeon, you do plastic surgery on people's body and faces and stuff like that, who would you hire? Would you hire someone with a degree in marketing to do your marketing? Or you hire someone who specializes in helping surgeons and doctors to get more clients using Facebook ads marketing? Let's say that they also say that they will move your clientele from maybe 4 walk-in clients per month to 20 walk-in clients per month. Who are you going to hire? Someone who has defined themselves like that, or someone who just has a degree in marketing? I think the obvious answer is the second one. Step number 2 is that you need to find a service that you can offer them. The easiest way to find that type of service is by finding a particular problem that your target audience is actually paying someone else or another service for. What problems are they facing that they are willing to pay money for? That's something that you want to focus on. And just a few guidelines. Focus on something that is tied down to getting them more sales, or maybe more customers, or more conversations with people. For example, if you're focusing on maybe Facebook ads or email marketing, or you're focusing on Google ads, anything that is tied down to them getting more revenue, they are more likely to say yes to you because you're going to bring them more money. For example, my personal business focuses on helping people who are business owners to come up with online courses that they can sell by the side. I actually approach people and tell them that, okay, you are selling this particular service, but actually if you package this service as an online course, you can generate money 24/7 and you don't necessarily have to be there. And most of the time they say yes because they find it as another way of making money, and therefore they just say yes. Step number 3 is fulfillment. You need to figure out how exactly are you going to get that service completed. If you're focusing on digital services, like I was giving examples of graphic design, video editing, Facebook ads, stuff like that, there are platforms that you can sign up for and join. For example, Fiverr.com or Upwork.com. These allow you to hire freelancers who will work, who will do almost anything on your behalf, as long as you just pay them their fee and then you just put the markup. Another thing that you actually can do is that you can find white label services. White label companies or services are businesses that will pretend to be you. They will say that they're you, but they're not exactly you. For example, sometimes I hire white label companies to actually build the websites that I build for clients. If I'm tight on time, I just say, guys, I've got this work that needs to be done. And they actually can have conversations with clients. They actually can talk to the clients and get the job done. And they say that they work for me, but they're a white label company. That's how it works. They just represent you, but they're the ones who actually do the job fulfillment. So the easiest way for you to find these companies is just by finding your keyword and then adding white label to it. And then just do a Google search. Step number 4 is just to simply go out there and start getting clients. As simple as that. Like I mentioned, there are different ways in which you can get clients. You can use paid methods or you can use free traffic methods. I like to talk about the free traffic methods because the majority of people who watch my videos are people who are starting out. So just 3 ideas just to throw at you. The first one is by using Facebook groups. You can actually find groups on Facebook where the people that you are targeting, remember the niche that we spoke about, where they actually belong and they hang out together online in a Facebook group. For example, Facebook groups for entrepreneurs in a particular location, local BNI groups, business network groups, stuff like that. Just find those groups, join them, and find opportunities for you to pitch what exactly it is that you do. Have conversations with them, talk to them. Number 2 is LinkedIn. LinkedIn kind of works similar, the same way as Facebook, in that there are also groups that you can join, but more specifically, it tells you the type of job that the person does. You can actually target people who are marketers, specifically like on LinkedIn. The third thing that you can then do maybe is cold email marketing. Basically, where you gather people's emails and then you start sending them emails with your offer and what exactly it is that you are trying to sell to them. Now, because a lot of people have been asking me to go more in depth to explain how exactly I run my own drop servicing business, what I've done is that I've come up with a free training, which is called the 0 to 1000 Online Business Masterclass, where I go in depth and I explain my whole process from picking the niche, to finding the customers, to pricing my products, and how exactly I get my first clients. That training is totally for free and it's going to help you to make your first $1,000 online. If you're interested in actually going through that training, it's just it's a training that I just created. It's on my website. If you are actually interested in that training, there's going to be a link that I'm going to put below this video in the description. Just click on that link. It's titled 0 to $1,000 online business masterclass, which will teach you exactly how to make your first $1,000 online. You can sign up for that training. Now, if you haven't done so already, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so that you can be notified every single time I create more content like this, specifically designed to help you to build income online. And also make sure that you leave me a comment in the comment section to let me know your thoughts on this particular topic that I was thinking about, or maybe make some suggestions of videos that you would like to see me create in the future. Also, make sure that you hit the like button to show me that this was a great video, or the dislike button so that I know that these are videos that I should not be creating. You might also be interested in these other videos that I created that show you other ways in which you actually can make money online. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace.